Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz and this is actually my first video. I'm going to be doing today a sort of like a press-on nail set, but instead of using glue, I'm going to use the Gelx approach. I'm going to be using gel to glue these on. These nails here are Nail Couture Coffin Ombre and they come pre-painted. So I didn't want to buff them and remove any of that already painted on design. So I'm using a base coat and then a top coat so that I can draw my design over top. So after I base coat them and top coat them, I am curing them in my lamp for 30 seconds. For the base coat, I am using the iGel Beauty base coat. And for the top coat, I am using the Nail Couture shiny top coat. So the shiny top coat doesn't require you to remove the tacky layers. So right after that, I'll be ready to go in with my design. So I wanted to try out some cute heart designs. I got inspired by Lizette Cruz here on YouTube. She does nail videos, and she did a similar design using black. She drew black hearts for a Valentine's Day look, so I thought it looked really pretty. So I wanted to give that a shot. And I like to do designs like this on a press on, off, not on my nails, because it's just easier. It is a little tedious, so it actually took me a couple of days. I did one hand one day and then the other hand the other day, and glued them on that day when I finished the second set. And it's just easier when you're doing your non-dominant hand, when you're doing designs. For me anyway. So sometimes I do tend to do this this way, and I can actually reuse them if I take them off carefully. So this is what you'll be seeing is just me going through coloring or painting on all the little hearts before I go in with my next step. I'm not being extra careful when creating these hearts. I'm just kind of like making random hearts, and I kind of map it out by using 2 dots and then just connecting them. And some of the hearts, as you can see here, are a little have like a little tail. I'll make them like a regular just to kind of fit them in. So after I paint each nail with the gel polish, I go in with a clear acrylic, and before curing I dust the powder over the nail so that it can create some texture, and I cure in my lamp for 30 seconds. And I do this in between each nail so I don't mess up the design. So I just want to say real quickly, I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I am not a licensed nail technician. I just like to do nails on myself, just for fun. I've been doing my nails for years now, and basically I am self-taught. I just learned by watching other videos and just going in and trying things out. It's very therapeutic for me. I enjoy doing it. I also do press-on nails, and I've sold a few to, friends, family, and, just like neighbors around my area, but I haven't, kind of promoted that. But I think I did a few shorts on here of some of the nails that I did, and I also have an Instagram page. So if you can please go follow me on there. It's designated for press-on nails only, but I think I'm going to be changing that. I'll link my page, my Instagram page below. I think I'm going to change that though, and just kind of make it overall, because like I said, I do nails for myself mostly. And sometimes they're not always press-on nails. Sometimes I do the Gelx or the polygel. I am not good at doing acrylic, and I actually think I'm allergic. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't tried acrylic in a very long time, but I think I want to try some of that as well. I been getting some boxes from McCart. I think it's Your Nail Lab. They have a box that comes in every month, and I've been getting a lot of acrylics, so I want to give that a go. So if you guys are interested in seeing more videos from me, please give me a like and subscribe to this channel. Give me some ideas of what you would like to see from someone who just loves doing nails. So after I finished all the nails, I wanted to go in with some bling on the ring finger. And I'm using this glue here. I think it's Soleil's, if I'm not mistaken. And I have a love-hate relationship with this glue because it's really good, but it doesn't dry right away. Sometimes you have to spray it with that glue spray. And some of my crystals or gems kind of moved around, and I had to like not start over, but some of them ended up being crooked. This particular nail came out a little not so great, but the other hand was better. But I just left it because I didn't want to like take it off and start over, because I would have had to like pry it off with some like tweezers or something. Yeah, with some like tweezers or something. But I just kind of winged it, did a few different color rhinestones, and just kind of like moved them around to my liking. So once I glued everything, I just kind of went around with a brush dipped in acetone to just kind of clean off some of that glue residue. I also took like a cotton wipe, if you will, with some acetone and rubbed that over the crystals so that I can remove that remaining glue. Next, I'm going to go in with a hand file and file all of the nails to make them nice and sharp. And I use the technique that Nails Slayed by Val uses on her press-on nails. And let me tell you, it makes a world of a difference of the shape of the nail if you notice the before. And once I'm done, it looks much, much better. Now I am going to apply the nails onto my hand, and I'm using this peel off gel base coat. Is one that you cure under the UV light. Haven't tried it, so I don't know how well it works, although I'm not planning on soaking off my nails, because like I said, I do want to try and use these again. Then I go over with the same base coat that I used on the nails from what is the name of it, from iGel Beauty. So then what I'm gonna do is as you see here is I'm gonna buff with my e-file the inside of the nail so that I have some grip and get rid of that shiny layer inside the nails, and that's gonna help with the adhesion of the nail to my own nail. So I'm going to use the bubblegum gel from eNail Couture in the clear. And this is a kind of like a gel glue. It's a thicker consistency, so it kind of helps me helps me put the nail on my finger without having to hold it in place while I'm curing it, if that makes sense. So I just kind of put it against my cuticle area and I kind of mess around with it until I see no bubbles. And if anything oozes out, I try to clean that up before I cure it. And I do flash cure it first, just to kind of hold it in place before I put it in my bigger lamp. And I just continue this on with the rest of my fingers. And once I'm done with all of the fingers, with the little flash cure, then I put them into my bigger lamp for about 60 seconds or so. And the good thing about these nails is they are gel, and although they're colored, I guess, they are clear enough in the cuticle area where you can still use gel and cure them. So that is why I am able to pre-design them and then still adhere them with gel, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing press-on nails. So I love that. And now that all my fingers are done, I do want to go in with my e-file and a sanding band and kind of buff around my cuticle area, and I'm being very gentle. I also have it at a very low speed. I think I had this at like 5 because I didn't want to damage the nail because I had already pre-painted and done all of that. Plus, if you file too much, you're going to get rid of the color of the nail. And also, I didn't want to damage my own skin. So I am very careful with this because I really am scared of the e-file at times. So I tend to stay at no higher than like 7. So I go through all the nails to kind of buff them out. Ideally, I would not have wanted to do this, but I did have some spillage, and I wanted to kind of buff that and blend it with my natural nail. So I just kind of go through and try to perfect it as much as possible without overdoing it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And when I get to the finger with the rhinestones, I'm even more careful. And I didn't really do too much to that one because I didn't want to scuff or damage the stones. So I was extremely careful there with, how long I was buffing and how close I was getting to those rhinestones. And after I file my nails, I like to go in with alcohol. I know it's just a habit, even if I have a top coat that is that you do not need to use alcohol, but it's just a force of habit. I like to clean it off with alcohol, and I go back to my top coat, my shiny top coat, and again I'm being extremely careful because I don't want to get that shiny top coat on the hearts because those are actually matte, and they're matte because of the acrylic that we did earlier. So I just try to go around them as best as possible without ruining them so that we can get that shine back on these nails, since I did drill them and, I had some scuff marks and stuff. So the top coat helps to kind of like blend that in, and you can't even tell after that. So next, I do go in with some, you'll see here soon, that I do go in with my... Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. And see, I'm doing the alcohol thing again. But after I clean them all off and dry them off, I go in with my cuticle oil. And I just kind of rub that all over. And that is it, guys. That's the set. I really, really like the way it turned out. If you guys enjoy this video, please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Until next time, bye.